how much Greek, Latin, or math do you need on a daily basis?
That's a good question. The language of science can be very impenetrable. And this is one of the real problems that I think we have as scientists, is that the language that we use to talk to each other is very, very technical. There's a lot of jargon in there. And you learn to speak that language by gaining, official kind of education. You have to go to school, you have to go to sometimes university to be able to understand how to speak this language. And so then there's a huge barrier, right? Because if you're then wanting to speak to members of the public who haven't had that same scientific education, then you're at an impasse, right? If you started trying to speak to me in French, unfortunately, I don't speak much French. And so I could pick up a few words, but we would not be having the same kind of level of understanding that we are now when we're speaking English to each other. And so it's the same with, expert scientists trying to speak to members of the public who aren't experts. There is a language barrier there. And so I always try to, not allow that language barrier to be there, to use simple language, use everyday language. Of course, there's no reason why you can't introduce scientific terms, explain them, and then use that in our conversation, like we did with crystals earlier, or atoms. But it's always important to kind of bring the audience along from step one, and then make sure that everybody is with you the whole time. So anyway, sorry, to answer your question, yes, there's a lot of technical language, but I always try to avoid it.